tabled. I don't know whether we'll get it by Tuesday, but if not, it will come forward at the same time. Okay, let's move to the finance area. Bertie, you've got a lot of issues today to talk to us about. First, let's get a motion to move into finance, get it on the floor. Do I have a motion? I'll move. Curry? Counselor? Okay, Bertie.
Okay, item A, scheduled invoices totaling $968,802.84. And you have your printout. Do you have any questions on that? Item B, salary schedules for professional and service personnel for the year 13-14. Those are attached. Item C, I don't know, has anybody got a number on that one? It's kind
Well, I
of
could,
new to me.
I can give just some general information. Mrs. Hager called me and asked me if we had approved that after our last meeting. I told her no, that we had been given some information, but we still had some questions. If you know, Tricia gave me a little diagram that I think I'll have given to her. But this is a 4x8 sign. I know Gary and I were looking at the dimensions, trying to figure out what the size was, but it's 4x8, and there's two signs involved. The two signs are, they envision them being back to back. They would be located down here as you enter the Lions Club field. We, I think, had the idea maybe it was done on Route 3 there, but it's not. It's just as you enter the Lions Club field on the left is where they want to place this sign. And like I say, there's two signs, but they're just back to back with like something, Figma board or something in between. The total cost, the sign cost is roughly, I think it was $607 or something like that for the two signs to be prepared. And then there was approximately $150 for the materials that they were going to get from Hager's to erect the sign. So approximately $750. And Olive had indicated that she had hoped that, that she could get some contributions or donations from wherever to do this. And she had asked the board if they would be willing to pay $600 for the signs, and then she would go out and solicit funds to get the money for the erecting of the sign. So that's what I know. So I guess it would just be if it's the board's choice to enter into that. We would choose to do so, and how much you want to put forth would also be at your discretion. Wouldn't have to be $600. If you feel like the board should pay less than that, then so be it. They could designate $300, whatever you might say, and then she would, in my understanding from her, is whatever we get, it's her intention then to go out and solicit contributions or donations for the balance of it to get it done. That's all I have. So we're not filling anything yet.
Okay.
We'll come back.
All right. Item D, all funds in project 0001 through 00999 are reserved for local special projects. And it's just something I need to do for auditing purposes. Item E, budget transfers totaling $45,553.98. Item F, budget supplements totaling $337,534.60. That's new money coming in. Item G, accept a bid from Travelers for workers' comp carrier for fiscal year 13-14, totaling $329,000. Item H, to award back pay totaling $805.93 to former employee Wendell Williamson as a result of a decision from the Lincoln County Circuit Court, Civil Action Number 05AA-4, overturning an earlier grievance for decision. Any questions?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
Okay.
Is the workers' comp, is that up from last year?
Actually, last year, we paid $429,000 in premiums, and then I had to pay an additional $62,000, and it's on deposit. They're gonna hold on to that money for about 3 years until all these claims work through the system. The good news is, we are not in the assigned risk group anymore. We came out, and so it's gonna be, about $100,000 savings there. So I'm very, very pleased with that. We did have
So
two people.
You've got bids from others?
Yes, we had two
Okay.
people bid. The other bidder was Brick Street, and they were just a little bit higher than Travelers. Some of the counties that are currently using Travelers is Kanawha County, they're very happy with them, and Harrison County. Those are, of course, two real big counties. They are using Travelers. So real happy that we came out of the sign risk group.
It's $100,000.
Yeah.
Other than item H, Trish, that's gonna be yours. I'd like to know what that is.
That was a grievance that was filed, how many years ago?
05.
'05. And the decision called the board by the ALJ then was appealed by the grievant to the circuit court. And it was there for many years. And then they appealed it, he went ahead and appealed it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court then bumped it back to Circuit Court. Judge Hope made the rule, so he did. And he overturned the administrative law judge's decision and ruled against the board.
Well, why was it in Lincoln County first, not Kanawha County?
All those years, because all those years ago it was. They.
No 05? I
Mhm.
thought that was Kanawha County before then.
What did you do, get a room by that?
I don't, he could have, I don't know, but that, it was thrown back to the, circuit court here. Because I know when I came here in, I was thinking it would only be maybe a year or so, Fred, that they found it all.
Well, I thought they was same as North County when I was on the board before. Right after Betty Jones deal with North County.
No, I think it was still,
It was more recent.
Yeah.
It was more recent.
that they now sent it all to Kanawha County.
He gave no
Is this
reason to overrule.
A disciplinary action or a pay dispute?
It was,
5 days plus
He was suspended
Oh, he was
without pay
suspended.
for
Yes.
getting a speeding warning, not a speeding ticket, but he was stopped by an officer over on the river and given a warning. And the superintendent at that time felt that warranted, that he be suspended because he was in the school bus.
Oh, actually.
And of course, he agreed and he lost. And he appealed, and it's laid up there all this time.
and later, we may have to pay the attorney fees.
Mrs. Lucas just advised that it's possible that we could later have to pay the attorney fees also.
Which would be significant, I imagine, which would be more than $805.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being facetious.
Being realistic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe in '05, they only charged.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it retroactive rates or what?
I want
Anything
to
else?
question, item B,
B.
the salary schedule, 17.
Okay.
The JROTC, where we have 200 to 240 days. I think we need to make that just 220.
We could.
Everybody revised their salary schedule 17 to reflect level 5 in 220 days.
Page 2 of 17.
There he is. He found it right there.
And that's, Superintendent, that's in line with your previous discussions. It's not, you're not just deciding that today. That was argued way back
Yes.
last year. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
I think
That is their
you
contract.
just want to make it the salary schedule commensurate
Gotcha.
with their actual contract. Anyone else? Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I want to share one other thing with you guys. Well, In our budget supplements, I just wanted to point out how much our budget ended up being. It was $52 million. Just want you guys to know that's how much we're operating with. Then the other thing is I handed out, we kind of refer to this as our finance Bible. And I've tried to put an index page to cover everything that's in our Bible. But there's lots of good things that you guys can have to reference. And one of the things that we go to most often is at the very back to see everyone's seniority. And I know you guys probably get calls all the time. It's like, well, you know, this person, da-da-da. Well, you've got your handbook and you can just flip right to it now. So it's very informational. It has all the salary schedules in it. It has our dental, vision, disability plans in it. So if you guys need to go to the dentist or to the doctor, you've got a claim form in there. Has our tax ID numbers, our payroll schedules, our school calendar, our pay dates, summer pay schedules. It's just pretty much everything you need to know about the finance office is in one book.
I will have to interject when she pointed out the seniority, that those do change. We are required to have the professional outmoded line first, okay? But the service personnel is not really due out until September. So, of course, as we hire people, you know, they will be added. And then again, in the middle of the year, we're required to send out another seniority list. So that does have additions throughout the year. And sometimes if someone would happen to disagree, sometimes we have adjusted seniority dates. So
Well, when people resign and come back, it gets adjusted, and things like that.
And just like myself, you know, I was right there with Gerald Hartley, would be right there. But since I left and came back, mine was adjusted for a few years, so.
You're not going to get your.
Not gonna beat Gerald, no.
And then the other item is, now you guys won't get a financial statement, you've got May, so we're going into year-end closure, so you won't get another financial statement until September. So for the next 3 months, I'm gonna be closing, starting the new year, preparing financial statements to be published and getting ready for the auditor. And until I get those numbers solid, I can't move on with July, August, and September. But then I'll catch you up as soon as I get the year wrapped up. It's gonna be a busy 3 months in finance.
Okay, anything else regarding the finance area? If not, I'll call for a vote on the finance items with, once again, just one revision on the salary schedule 17 to 20. No, I take that back. We gotta decide what we're gonna do on item C. Any thoughts on item C? I'm sure there's some thoughts, I'm just not hearing.
Out here.
That's what I started to say.
Are we interested in sign?
Well, that would be,
Yeah, I think
That'd
he's.
be a start.
that would start it off. Kicked it off there, Jerry. What do you think?
I don't have a problem with it, $600.
Does anybody have a problem in our discussion of $600?
I don't have,
I don't have a problem with
Well, it doesn't matter if I got.
Yeah, you've just been out voting for it.
it. It just,
it can possibly eliminate some confusion for visitors, not for the locals, but for the visitors.
well, I think
Yes,
that's,
sign down there, green sign, one to the big. Don't want to have fellows in the river big.
we're kind of in the sign business anyway.
We're professional.
You know, we
Wherever they may
actually,
be.
Just not your own sign.
we actually do have some signed money in our local projects. We do have some signed money.
That was a
That's
wise
what
move,
we'll
I'll
pay,
tell
yeah,
you.
that's what we'll pay from it, pay for it.
Well, let's insert $600 there. There's signs. All right.
here now.
Just make sure they get their arrows right. And you're not in charge of that.
Trish said, don't forget your sign. Or here's your sign. All right, all those in favor of the finance items as revised, indicate by saying yes, please.
Yes.
That'd be an all yes vote. Good.